Hello everyone, we will be beginning with snapshots today of class 11th, chapter 1, that is Summer of Beautiful White Horse, which is written by William Saroyan. He depicts about the story of two Armenian boys, Aram and Murad, and through that he depicts that no matter whatever in sheer bad conditions they are, no matter in whatever pitiable conditions they are, they did not give up their honesty. This tribe, Garoglanian tribe, they belong to Garoglanian tribe, and this tribe was known for their honesty. They were very poor and it was really difficult for them to earn money for the food. But both of them had some hidden desires, and amongst that desire was a desire to ride a horse. But they very well knew that it was difficult for them to purchase a horse and fulfill that desire. But Murad, who was his cousin, he played a game. He ditched somehow, but to learn horse riding, not to fulfill his desire, but just to learn that horse riding, to satiate his inner inhibition. He stole the horse and returned it back. That again is a depiction that they were actually very much firm with their beliefs and the taboos which were already established years and centuries back, right? So let's begin with Aram and Murad, who were the two boys who belonged to Armenian Garoglian family, who were known for honesty since 11th century. They were longing for food. It was difficult for them to meet both the ends of their days, but still they had an inhibition that they wanted to ride a horse. So one early morning when Aram was asleep, he was sleeping, and he heard a knock at his window, and his cousin Murad, he showed up his window. He opened that window, and Murad was standing there with a beautiful white horse. Aram could not believe it and was thinking that he might be dreaming. But since there was little light outside, as if it's just the time of daybreak, he knew that this was for sure that the horse was real. Although they were the victims of grim poverty, they were poverty stricken, the grinding poverty was hitting them in any and every way, he could not believe that the horse was their own. He tried to figure out if the horse had been stolen by his cousin or has he borrowed it from somebody. Murad invited him for a ride because both of them had a good compatibility, and even Aram and Murad even wanted that Aram should ride the horse. Aram wore his clothes and jumped back out of the window because everybody was asleep at home, so he did not use the proper passage, and he sat on the horse back behind Murad. They rode to the old countryside. They did not ride it in their own place. It was an old countryside area, a walled avenue where they lived. Now, after some time, Murad asked him to get off the horse as he wanted to ride the horse alone. Aram asked him if he could also ride the horse alone, because even he also had that urge that if Murad could ride, then why he could not. So to this, Murad said that he'll see what has to be done, looking to his own safety, as he was elder and he was younger. Murad was elder and Aram was younger. He got to know that Murad had stolen the horse a month ago, and he was riding it every morning. That is why he was so efficient in riding it. Else, as a newcomer, as a new person to start, as a starter, it was difficult for them to ride the horse. But he was very efficient when he noticed. When Aram got his chance to ride, the horse took him to the vineyard and threw him off and ran away, because even Aram was new to the horse and the horse was new to Aram both. After searching for a long period, for approximately an hour or less, Murad finally managed to find the horse, and they hid him in the deserted vineyard. And why they hid him there? So that nobody could see. And also served him with some oats. Murad had a way in everything, especially horses. He knew how to handle every type of animal as well as humans also. Every morning for 2 weeks, they would take the horse for a ride and then hide it again. One day, John Byrow came to uncle's house to talk to his uncle Khusro, who was an irritating and a loud man who almost shout at everything. He was an eccentric person, but still John Byrow, who was a nearby farmer, he told him about his missing horse, whom he had bought at $60 years time back. He bought it for $60, and it had been a month that he is unable to find his horse. He had walked for 10 miles to come to their house. Khusro had roared at him and told him it's no harm, pay no attention to it, because it was a patent and favorite dialogue of Uncle Khusro. For every now and then he used to say, it's no harm, pay no attention. Once he was sitting at a barber shop and his house was set at fire. Somebody informed and he again quoted the same, it's no harm, pay no attention. So it was, that's why people used to call him eccentric. John Byrow also became irritated by his attitude and he went away. Aram went to Murad and told him about the missing horse of John Byrow because he was noticing, and asked him to return the horse until he learns to ride it. He asked him not to return that horse. He wanted to only learn the riding, not to own the horse. He did not want to own that horse, but the thing was only that he wanted to ride. Murad told him that it would take 1 year at least for him to learn horse riding the way he was, the way he is handling the horse. He further added that they could not be thieves as their tribe is meant for honesty, and said that they would return this horse in 6 months. One day, on their way back to the hide the horse to the hidden spot where they had kept the horse, they met John Byrow, who was going to the town. He talked to them and carefully examined the horse. He saw that the horse was there with them. He admitted that his horse, John Byrow's horse, looked exactly like the horse they were having. But on the other hand, he told that the people are known for their honesty, the people are known for their trust, so they cannot steal the horse. Might be that horse was a twin of John Byrow's horse. So Murad managed to let Byrow assume that he was not the horse, and they went away. Next morning, both of them took the horse back to John Byrow's vineyard and put it in the barn from where they had taken. The dogs followed them all along quietly and they left the place. The same afternoon, John Byrow came. When he came back to his house to tell his mother about his horse who had come back, he was happy and astonished to see that horse temper was better and stronger than ever. Why it has happened? Because horse had handled the boys who were immature. So the patience level of the horse, the temper level of the horse was also being developed. So Uncle Khusro again roared, "Quiet man, quiet. Your horse has been returned. So pay no attention, no harm." This is what the story is about. The basic idea which he wanted to propagate through this incident is that the intention behind their stealing was not of making money. It was just to learn. He feels that he had only borrowed the horse, no matter they had not paid for it, but he has only borrowed the horse for learning horse riding. And why the title says Summer of Beautiful White Horse? Because the horse which he has quoted is beautiful white, and they had spent entire summer with that horse. So that summer was in name of that beautiful white horse. That is why the chapter says Summer of Beautiful White Horse. It's mandatory to do the justification of titles in seniors. So every chapter must be, the title of every chapter must be justified by you. That's the end of this chapter. Please read the chapter from the book, go through these notes, go through this audio, and prepare the notes. In case of any query, in case of any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.